glass of water for Richard. That is nice of you. Tom, a camping program for the kids. At last census, there are hundreds of thousands of kids camping out year-round on our streets. Are you kidding? 9:58 is our time. When we come back, Mike Moffat, I got to see what Moffat's take on the camping credit is.
The camping credit.
I hope for Moffat's sake, he did not write the camping credit.
The camping credit? The Liberals are going to give you $2,000 to go into the woods. Yes. Re-elect the Liberals will give you $2,000 to go camping. As Justin Trudeau pulls up in his canoe in Sarnia on the lake. What a virtue signaling piece of crap. Straight off of blackface, straight into his canoe. What is the canoe? Whose culture is the canoe? What do you call it? Misappropriating. This is our government buying our votes with our own money, and every party's the same. We're going to give you this, we're going to give you that, and then when they get elected, well, strangely enough, it seems like the Conservatives have a better record of actually doing what they said they were going to do. I mean, even if you look at Trump in the States, not that, I'm not sure that he's conservative, but Republican. And he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do before he got elected. In Canada and Ontario, well, you had Mike Harris, who, like him or not, he did some pretty crafty things and took on a few of the establishment players, but he did exactly what he said he was going to do. He stuck to his word. Like it or not, he was elected on his promises, and then he actually came through with it. He did what he said he was going to do. So you can't blame a government that actually did what they said they were going to do once they were elected. Justin Trudeau is hardly that guy. Especially, and most importantly, his commitment to electoral reform, and that this would be the last election under first past the post. That didn't happen. And we've seen previous governments rig the game when it comes to even a referendum on proportional representation. It's just a setup. Had it in BC, had it in Ontario, and the campaigning party seemed like they sabotaged the whole idea of moving to a more fair way of electing our politicians. You know, I am so tired of electing majority governments that have zero opposition with a minority of public support. Harper was elected with 37% of the popular vote. 37, that's 63% of the voters voted against Harper, and their voices are unheard. Now, I know we all get elected under the same rules, and to get elected under those rules, you need to play by those rules. I get it. It's a solid argument. But it doesn't take away from the fact that this is just way, way too overdue for a change. And they promise change, and then nothing. So you get the government that you deserve, and although I can't find one of my friends to admit they voted Liberal last time around, you did. Someone did. I didn't. I've never voted Liberal. I wonder when the first time I voted was. I don't remember when it was or who I voted for. But in 1993, I was 24 years old and I was voting Green. I was actually 24 years old in 1993. I was running as a Green. And then I've voted Green ever since then, pretty much. Except for the last time I voted for none of the above because, well, I ran none of the above and I think I'm staying out of it this time. But I think that if my name was on the ballot this time around, based on Elizabeth May's performance in the debate that I saw, that Justin Trudeau ducked, and what is with ducking the debates, you coward? Wow! You can't even stand and talk about, I don't know, what was the last monk debate there were, foreign policy? So Trudeau's gonna duck every debate? He doesn't want to be standing on the stage with Elizabeth May. But as I was saying, I got a lot of time for Elizabeth May. I have some valid criticisms of her as well. I'd like to see a leadership at least a conversation. If not a contest, at least a conversation or a debate around leadership. It's been since 2006. Now, I'm no longer with the party. In fact, I am ideologically opposed to most of their platform now. Well, not most of their platform, but their ideology. Socialism, not so much for me anymore. This idea that we need to give women a hand up and help them out. We're not oppressing women. There's no gender pay gap. It's been debunked. In fact, there's a gender pay gap in the opposite direction now. Young women under 30 years old are making more money than men under 30 years old now. They graduate from in degree programs at a higher rate than men do. Women are not oppressed in our Western civilization. I'm tired of hearing this idea that, we oppress our women, we live in a rape culture, the gender pay gap, all these false narratives that the mainstream media perpetuate. It's just garbage. If you still believe that women are oppressed and women need to be enabled, as Ed the Sock says, I enable women, you disable them. Oh my goodness. Ed, I'm chasing you for an interview, brother. I'd love to have you on because suddenly Ed the Sock has become a liberal mouthpiece. I don't know if he started taking his medication or, I don't know what happened, but I've never known Ed the Sock to be anything other than a politely misogynist comedian that likes to have fun and party. I mean, didn't he have a show that was called some hot tub? And all it was about boobs. You want to see oppression? Look to Saudi Arabia, Iran. Look at some of these cultures that aren't Western civilization and how they treat their women. And then talk to me about oppression. Then talk China. You want to talk about oppressing women? Look at the religions that hold them down. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, man. I don't know what to do about it, though. I am so resigned and cynical. I cannot even bring myself to stand as a candidate any longer, it seems. I just want out, but I can't look away. And for that matter, I can't stop feeling pain from my shifting of belief systems. I didn't know that it was actually supposed to cause you pain, that it was actually painful, that your belief system is actually how you view the world. It's a lens that you use to see the world. And once your lens changes, the way you see the world changes, and all your old beliefs are out the window, and you're like, who am I? What's happening to me? That's what happened to me. You know, the popular term is red-pilled. When you go from a liberal to a conservative, they call that being red-pilled. Well, I took the whole red pill. And although I still lean left on my social issues, I'm right when it comes to free speech, when it comes to gender issues, some cultural issues I'm right on. So, anyway, I've reached my destination, and it appears, am I driving today? It appears that our time is done here. Peace. 11 minutes, eh? Subscribe. Hit the button below. Peace.